Hello, everybody. Today I'm playing a match against Pedro Fonseca Matos from Portugal in the World Team Championship 24. So the outcome doesn't really matter much because Portugal beat Germany already. Nevertheless, I will try my best to play well, and I hope we will get into some interesting spots. As always, if you like what you are seeing, please press the corresponding button and subscribe to the channel. Okay, but now let's jump into the action. Okay, here we go. Double threes. Well played. Think I just will make my 3-point. Don't see much else. So I have to get used to a bit to playing online again. Been for a week in Dubai. Very nice tournament. Can recommend it to everybody. So I think he just has to play safe. He has an anchor, racing advantage. Again, I don't see much, but running all the way. For one, maybe he should just play 6-1 without hitting. That looks kind of awful, but this doesn't look much better and gives up a valuable point, so I wouldn't do that. Yeah, I like his play. I think I will just make the 11. Yeah, 4-point. Okay, I could also make the 5, but I think escaping is more important here, especially since he has the 5 already, the 21 anchor already. The 5-point loses value, and I don't want to get trapped behind a prime. Curious about that play, but it seemed natural. Now I have an advantage, slight racing lead. Of course, still far away from being a cube. Now the racing advantage shifted to him, so he should just run. For one, not great. Five, two. So I really want to get the checker on my 5-point. So 11-6 seems natural. It's a 5. I think he should just clear the midpoint. He's got the advantage. And I don't know, maybe I should have put a checker on the 4-point, but my checkers are diversified, so I think it won't be a problem to fill up the 4-point later with checkers. So he's thinking about cubing, a bit too early for my taste, like a 6% racing advantage. Normally you need 8% race advantage for initial cube. So for me, that makes life easy because that's the most obvious take in the world. Two double fives in a row. I should have put more checkers on my 5-point. So now I'm ahead by leading by 10 pips. However, the 5-point gap is bad. On the other hand, 10 pips, so how bad? How many pips does that cost? Even if that costs me 2 pips, if that is worth 2 pips, I think I have enough of an advantage to cube this. So I'll just do it. And it's certainly, formulas say it's 1 pip punishment for the gap on the 5-point, the classic race formulas. However, okay, he passes. I think he should have taken. So I'm happy about receiving 2 points. So what I was about to say was that certainly my 5-point gap is worth more than 1 pip punishment, not like the formula says. I don't want to step into the attack actually. On the other hand, 6-4 is duplicated, it's fewer shots, so I really don't know what's best here. In these variations where he makes the 5-point, then I rather want to have the checker on the 23, especially if I roll double fives. Still a lot of work to do now. Yeah, I thought I should leave the blot for flexibility. And now he has a distinct advantage. The head in the race has a strong board, has some shots, but I'm not on the bar. I feel it's simply too early to drop this with decent racing chances, so I don't like it, but you don't actually love the position in order to take it. But I'm not 100% sure because I'm leading in the match, but only 3 pips down. He has a super strong board, so I'm still a little bit torn whether to take or to drop 8 numbers that hit some gammon danger. But yeah, I think if one decision is a blunder of the two, which I don't know, of course, then is much more likely that passing this would be a blunder. I mean, how bad can it be? Okay, double fours. I think he should hit me. I don't know. This is the original. I think he should put my checker on the bar. Switching, yeah, maybe even switching, but he should play 5-1 for sure, and then look for the other fours. Yeah, switching looks nice, but not hitting, I think, is too weak. So now my task is, so do I really? I mean, this is clear. So I'm a bit afraid I'm gonna be attacked. Maybe really don't want to expose some other blood, so I will play super safe here. Maybe that was too conservative. Oops. But with this strong board, having another blot, I feel is simply too big of a liability. Again, he has the choice to hit or just to escape. He's so far ahead in the race that Escaping certainly makes sense. Wins fewer gammons, but certainly wins more games. I mean, I have to hope to hit a fly shot. Okay. I don't really want to leave a blot in my home board right now. So interesting with an ace. I guess I gotta hit. I mean, I have some chances to build a counter prime. So that would be the idea. He enters, I make the bar point. Looks a bit risky. It's not going to work too often. But when in doubt, I try to play for the win. I mean, not too often is maybe an understatement. So he's got the 6 prime, so I cannot attack him. I have to hope that my prime holds, that he rolls something big. Of course, that produces some gammon danger. So I have to hope that he enters with something like with a 5 or ace 3 is good for me. Gives me some chances. He doesn't roll 6s. I mean, of course, I'm hoping to dance. Yeah, so if this starts to look better, well, until it looked a bit worse again. 5s he cannot play anyway, so yeah, double 6s. It's unfortunate for me. So again, kind of interesting, curious to see whether I have overplayed this. But yeah, I mean, I needed the bar point to win, so I think it was fine. And I had my chances. I still have after double 6s and double 4s. So I'm far ahead in the race. However, I've 13 checkers on the board. He's got only 10, so I don't think this is a cube. And also I have to be a bit more cautious. So now what is this? I mean, a bit more cautious with my recubes because of the score. So he will need, he will need maybe 5 rolls or more. I will need 6 rolls or less. I don't know. I will take another roll because of my lead, and yeah, I can roll some deuces. So he has got 6 checkers on the board. So I will roll again. The danger of deuces, because the next deuce is really bad, costs me another roll. Not happened yet. Okay. So this is certainly not a cube. So here it is, the dreaded deuce. Still have some chances, need a doublet. But the deuce has really killed me here. Would have won without all the deuces. Okay, now we are in an 11-point match. You can also make the deuce point. I think it doesn't matter that much. 5-3. Don't want to leave too many blots. Making the 3-point is too risky. Five, 3, and now I can play completely safe. Well, like this, which is really ugly. But my only advantage in this game, or the only advantage that I have in this game, is that I'm leading in the race. So I think I just shouldn't leave another shot until I have to. And 3-point is not that valuable either. Now I have to take some action, of course, with 6-5. I'm forced. Good result so far. Of course, no cube. Guess I will make. I mean, I could also make the ace and hit loose on the deuce to have more covers, but this feels better. So now sevens and fives cover. However, there's so much work left to do. So let's say I roll a 4-1, he enters with one checker. So I think it's still too much work. I roll a 4-3. So now if he dances, of course it's a cube. But I also don't think it's too good. But yeah, with that back checker, maybe I could have cubed before, but I mean, this was the perfect sequence just to cover, followed by a dance. Of course, I win many gammons, but quite a bit of work to continue the blitz and escape the back checker. But maybe I was too passive here. For a 6. I'm down in the race, have to go for contact. Good roll for sure. Makes the deuce. Seems just natural. Race is even again, so he should hit me on the 4th standard. I shouldn't dance. So this is a cube for him, I think. However, also an easy take. I mean, his market losers clearly are now, for example, if I dance, it's really all awkward. This, can I take this? I mean, this should have been another cube. It's just like he just needs to escape the checker. And can I really take this now? Even raise, but 2 checkers, perfect structure. I mean, he leaves the shot with 6-5 only. I don't like that position at all with my 2 back checkers. I'll just pass it. Can't be a big mistake again to pass this. And I think he should have cubed before 2 times. So let's see whether that assessment is correct. Okay, how do you play 4-3 here? Not so sure. Maybe I should have hit on the deuce, but And now, not very good roll. How do you play it? 5-1. Maybe just jump out and save this checker. Doesn't feel too good. Again, looks a bit risky to split to the 21. He should have considered cubing, clear advantage, really good numbers. And now I have to take some risks, it feels, because the game is slipping away from me. Again, a possible cube. Glad that he didn't cube at any point. Fourth 3 is not the best. I think I have to step up while he's on the bar. If I want to take a cube, that's the play. Again, I'm happy not to get cubed here. I mean, I would have taken, of course, or not of course, but I would. Well, now I stabilize the position. Yeah, 8-2 or 7-1, both not very appealing choices, of course. Maybe 8-2, protecting the back checkers from being attacked, but that gives up the prime. But the prime is not that strong anymore anyway with the, if he plays to the ace. So what is this? I feel I have some market losing sequences, pointing numbers plus a bad roll, and some doublets, so some killer sequences, and otherwise I'm doing fine. So I will cube. I may also hit two checkers, like rolling a 2-1 followed by a bad number. So I feel it's enough market losing sequences to justify a cube. And you never know. I don't think it's a pass correctly takes, in my opinion. Question is whether I should attack. Feels a bit like an overplay with my racing lead, like something like this. Yeah, great when it works, but if not, my position falls apart. Here he can hit back or anchor or do both. I think on a roll like this, I just should try to go for the race. Just let him make another anchor and try to get this position home. Everything else looked like an overplay to me. And I still have some chances, some attacking numbers. Maybe he should play the deuce to the 20 point. Just settle for a holding game. Okay, what can I do? I think I will just attack here now that he's a blot in his home board. Really not afraid of a hit. Not that much at least. Of course, it's not nice. And now I don't want to leave a shot. So slotting it in a board point seems fine. Yeah, what else? Yeah, maybe could have played 17-14. But I also want to build my board. 17-14 has the advantage, more numbers that get the checker to safety. Yeah, of course, now he has a good holding game, but the rationale for my cube was the crushing sequences on one hand, and the mediocre sequences still leave me the favorite, even though, of course, now he has a good game. And probably I will leave some shots soon if I don't roll the Joker. However, he also maybe forced off one of his anchors first. So let's see, 5-3, good number for him. 3-2, good number for me. So now he has to move something. 6-5 is great because now he can play from the 20. Great for him, of course. Okay, he's a favorite to hit, which he does. And now he can play on for the gammon. But he does me the favor of cubing simply because the rest of the game, if he decides to play on, just very boring and just saves me from that. Maybe I just want to make 3 point. Looks natural. Okay. Now, race is even. I could hit. I think I just make the 11. That's certainly an asset. And hitting loose on the 4 point is far less attractive than hitting loose on the 5. So he will probably run all the way for an even game, basically. Yeah, that's another option. I would prefer the running play in his shoes. But that gives me time to serve myself a bit more coffee. Okay, he made the point. So now, again, hitting loose doesn't seem to be the right idea. I'll just try to go for the race. Three, one, just safe. So he has a slight race advantage. However, I have escaped with the back checkers, which makes results in a more or less even game. Is there anything else but just playing safe? 4-3. Yeah, looks okay. 5-2. That looks like the 5 and this the 2. Maybe that deuce really looks bad, but I can remake the points. Looks more flexible. Gives me more builders. But maybe it was too much, but yeah, 13-6 didn't look very nice either. Maybe I should just make the ace point now. Can I do it later? So I'm down in the race. I can also make, I think I will make the ace just so that it's more costly for him to run from his anchor. I will slot another point, and soon he will have to break his board, or he has to run. So you connection to server closed. What happened here? I don't know. Connection problem. I will pause the video. So I'm trying to resume the match now. Don't really know what happened, but now it seems to be fine. 5-2 for him. Yeah, seems to be working. 3-1, so don't want to leave anything. Five-one. Now I have to leave something. I guess this is only 5-3. I don't have to, but I cannot break my board, or I shouldn't break my board. So that's only 5-3. The other would have been 5-4 and 6-3 with the blot on the mid. So when the opponent has a close board, minimizing shots certainly is the top priority. 4-2. Of course, I don't want to leave anything. Cubing, being down in the race, I don't think it's a good idea. So I will kill a checker now. I just want to have max builders in case he has to leave. Now that he leaves, we all of a sudden have a very volatile position. So by that I mean the game will be decided or close to decided after the next sequence. For example, I point on him, he dances. So these are the classic ingredients for an action cube. So that's a volatility-based cube, but not because my equity is that great. Certainly don't want to leave a blot, just gain time in the race. Clearing the 8 seems the natural play. So now I have a big race advantage. Should I take some off? How bad can it be? This looks safer. I cannot win a gammon. Maybe this is better. Usually you take off, but now I have awkward numbers like 5-3. So I think since there is virtually no chance that I'm winning a gammon here, I can focus on safety. Can take 2 off, but again, leaves me a bit more vulnerable. Okay, so pretty likely that we'll get to 8 away. 4-3, whatever. Okay. So 8-point match. He's got 8 minutes left. Got 9, so for now, no time trouble on the horizon. So in a match, I regularly look at my clock just to make sure that I don't get into time trouble. But right now, I can be completely relaxed. What's more important? I think with all his builders, the 22 anchor is more important than the 4-point. Put some pressure on his blot on the 9. Usually you make the 4 point, but anyway, he has the bar point anchor. So, of course, my mate 4 point would be less effective. I think he probably should make his 4 point. This looks a bit inflexible, especially since I'm down in the race, so I don't have an incentive to run, even if I roll a number like 6-5. Of course, I won't run, being down in the race, not the right plan. So that is why, had I been up in the race, one could consider making the 9 point. It makes more sense, let's say, to block my 6s, but here it's only good in case I roll double 6s, which I would like to, of course. Okay, 5-2. Mutual holding game. He's got the advantage because he's got the better anchor and the race advantage. Yeah, not a bad idea. I'm not sure if his racing lead is enough to do this because. Okay, so 6-5. I think he played well. Okay, I will strengthen my board. Of course. Okay, interesting. Should he hit? I don't know. He played it fast, but some bad numbers. Or some good numbers for me, that is. 14 pips down. But I can easily hit something as well. He's thinking about the cube. I think his cube is clear. Still got some work to do. It feels a bit weak to pass this. But yeah, the problem is my board and my strip position. So he leaves a shot, but it's also like he leaves a shot so often. If I hit something, I can turn the game around or turn around it later. I think I have enough equity for a take. Just doesn't. Yeah, it's hard to say how bad it is that my board is pretty weak. And yes, I will lose some gammons despite my anchor, so not 100% clear. Just fell with no checker on the roof and so much left to play. Felt a bit weak to drop this. Of course, now I'm not really liking what I'm seeing. So yeah, maybe should have just let this one go. Double threes is okay. Just really need it too badly to have a checker to run with. There it is, and I can slot the ace. Not that the position is great now, but it's gotten better. Maybe I should kill my 6s even. so that I don't need to play them. Maybe that's the idea. So of course I want to avoid crunching, and now I'm still crunching, but a bit more slowly. But yeah, if I don't escape course, and then in the end I will crunch anyway. So I think I haven't mentioned it yet that this, or did I mention it? Forgot. Okay, getting old. That Portugal already won against Germany. So this is basically the reason why I record this, because so I don't do any damage to my team. Yeah, I mentioned it already, so yeah, now I remember. So shall I hit and expose another blot? So how am I supposed to win this? I think the risk is just not too great. To get hit and lose a gammon, but maybe I should have tried. That was just, it's a bit too scared maybe. Yeah, should I stay? Don't see much point. But maybe, yeah, how bad can it be? Yeah, this game I'm not super happy, of course, with the outcome. But also, I don't feel very confident. First of all, the take. And then now that I declined to hit and just basically gave up, it's wrong in hindsight. But these are the biases you simply have after the fact. Yeah, I could have hit. Yeah. Okay, let's concentrate on this here. Not very exciting so far. I skipped my back checkers. However, now I have to leave something. It's the safest way. Plenty of shots. Yeah, I should have thought about it. Okay, that's the thing that I'm regretting now. Was just not really thinking it through. So we will see. Okay, which point do I make? I think I like the 4-point. Looks better to me. Yeah, unstacks the 6-point. Okay, way down in the race. So do I attack here? Yeah, why not? If it dances, I may have a cube. Race is really close now. He's got a blot. I think I will just cube because if he dances one more time, I may lose my market. Yeah, the race is certainly good enough for him to take this. However, one more dance. He's already down in the race. Not that he should be afraid of losing a gammon here. I think he should probably just go for the race. Yeah. Which doesn't work for him. Now it's a bit more difficult. Still going for the race. And yeah, but his racing chances are not great. I don't want to play for my 5 point to risk having a gap on the 5. Much rather have a gap on the deuce point because the deuces I can play constructively. Okay, this all looks good. Maybe I fill in the gap now, but because I can play 3s from my 6 point. Not that it matters much in a race that's very close to being won. So, very close match so far. Now it's a 6 point match. Slight changes in the cube action, but not much. Generally, you have to be a bit more conservative. This is already a cube. I mean, I have market losers. Maybe it's a bit too early, but kind of some volatility. Race is about even. I have a clear advantage. Can just attack, and if he dances, I lose my market. So I will just cube this. Not that it's a great cube, but I just said he has to be a bit more conservatively, take conservatively, so I lose my market a bit easier than normal. Not, of course, to this sequence. Don't know. Certainly not a great cube. So now I can make something, play something like this. I really don't want to get hit. Certainly, what's the alternative? I can play like this. And that looks nice. Bar point looks nice. This just with 3 checkers back. I don't think I can afford playing that checker to the 3, so I will just. Interesting. No, I cannot cover it. Can run to the mid or to the 11. I want to have my back checker split. So I can also split and down, but that looks too loose. So I think advantage of this is that's more covers for the 4 point. Maybe that's the decider. Yeah, we'll just run all the way, hope he misses. And so I have a better attacking structure. Okay, really, at some point, probably want to lift this blood, and I think that point is reached. Isn't there anything? I can also just go crazy, full blitz mode, but here's the 4 point. Just hits once. feels wrong. I mean, here, I'm ahead in the race, got the better prime. Looks a bit awkward, but I think I like it. I don't like it anymore. So now it thinks pretty bad. Now I think I cannot take this. I have to be a bit more conservative taking a 4 cube, I think. I mean, his prime is just so much better than mine. It just can run with one checker. I think I just don't have the wins to take here. I mean, I'll just pass. So this didn't work out. Maybe I cubed too early, but I don't think it was a big mistake. The rest, I mean, when I lifted the blot, I think it was correct before. Maybe I should have done so. Anyway. Probably can just hit. Yeah, that looks natural. I really have to hit back now to have counterplay. Still not great, but not hopeless either. 2-1. Guess, oops. Make the point. Double sixes can't be that bad. Guess one checker out and around and make the deuce. At least I've equalized the race now. 5-1, another good number. Got a resemblance of a prime now. Yeah, this is mediocre prime versus mediocre prime. One checker back for both. And this can't be it. I mean, this wastes a checker on the deuce. He should make the 3-point. Surprised that he's considering this after having made the 3-point already. Again, strategic concept. He's got the deuce, so his 8-point loses value. So he should be more inclined to give it up. So yeah, really, this looks bad, frankly. So now that he did it anyway, can I cube this? Race is about even. I've got the better prime. Got the better prime. What are my market losers? Some blitzing options. I can escape. And now he made such a play. It's really itching again to cube here. I mean, the take is obvious. Just looking for more market losing sequences. So I just jump out and he cannot do anything. Lose my market, maybe. Can cube a bit more aggressively here. Yeah, his position with the 3 checkers on the deuce. I will cube this. Not really convinced. But I feel like my prime now is much stronger than his, even before the 5-3. So he just should have made the 3-point. So I wouldn't have considered cubing. Am I supposed to blitz here? Is the question. He's got all the builders. So that's 13 hitters. How does it continues? If he makes his 5 point, he attacks me. Huh. Maybe this is an overplay, but certainly this wins more gammons. Because if he dances, I really don't want him to make the 5 point here or another inner board point. Maybe it's an overplay, but yeah, let's go for it. Of course, incurs some risk. Or I really need to hit something, which I do, fortunately, and I can also step up. So one dance and I would be in good shape. Let's see. Nope. Now I need to hit back, which I do with the cover. Wow. But he refuses to dance, so he's still in good shape. Just impossible here to get this over with. So with this blot, I think I have to continue hitting. And now things look really good for me. Okay, but still I better get in before he does. Okay, I don't need that checker anymore on the 24. 3-2. Is there any reason to slot the bar without a direct cover? Yeah, anyway, I want to use my 6s and 5s to escape, so then I want to use my 3s and 4s to make the bar. Maybe that's the play. Okay, ha! Again, the question is, I can play like this. Problem is, I have 3 checkers back behind the prime, so normally shouldn't do this because there's, I mean, if he enters here, I'm having a good game, so I don't feel like switching here with all the checkers behind the prime. Okay, this is not easy if I switch. I mean, 5s and 6s are duplicated. Huh. So I really don't know. Feels. But here I can also get stuck behind the prime. Let's go for the blitz. Gives me more time. Can also play just like this. So I have, okay, undo and undo. Huh. Well, who knows? For 3 checkers behind the prime. I don't know, as I already mentioned. If he rolls an ace, how bad is it? Certainly not as bad as compared to him rolling a 3 in the other variation. So, okay, that was good. Now I will get another builder. Certainly now I can attack. Try to go for close out, which didn't work. But in all these variations where he anchors, I still have the prime, so that's the advantage of not switching in this spot. Just if I never enter, doesn't help me much. Maybe now. Okay, that was fine. What is he going to do? Play with two blots? I don't think so. But maybe. Yeah, he does. This is nines, eights, and threes. Quite a bit. And this is basically nothing. However, it'll give me outfield control. Yeah, difficult decision. Yeah, this avoids losing a gammon pretty much. And now, I certainly escape. I want to have contact here. So this gives me lots of contact if he jumps out. So the other one would be this. Maybe gives me even more contact. Not sure what's better. Both look fine. So now I'm ahead in the race. Okay. Doesn't matter much because with the 6 prime, it's basically over. So that was lucky. Some interesting decisions here, especially the 6-1, where I switched to the attack. So he is, of course, worried that I may win a gammon in a variation where I hit him, he hits me back, and I pick up another blot. Of course, I'll try that. Not too likely, but here, for example, could already materialize. So I has to play 4 to 2 and double fours. Unfortunately, that's a miss. I can switch and hope for a gammon win, but I mean, this is really a long shot. I think I should just play something like this. Not do anything fancy here. One, two. I want to get hit. 3, 4. I mean, that could get me into trouble, but I think more often than really getting into trouble, he will roll something like ace 4, ace 5. So want to be greedy here. Certainly still greedy. And yeah, I get my chances. He should hit me probably. Yeah, I think he should hit. Yeah, correct. Just cannot do it, despite all my efforts. Yeah, I guess now I should close the board probably. Don't get over ambitious. One, two, three. Guess I can take it off. Don't want to lose the race in the end because of not having taken enough checkers off. Of course, now I can leave a shot, as I do. She misses, leave another shot, but at least I get checkers off. But now he hits, so it's becoming interesting again. So nines or tens. I think I will just get closer. Okay, so the end. Single win for me. So again tied. Spent more time here than I should have probably. Okay, 4-point match. Three minutes, still no need to panic. Just speed up a bit, maybe. Now I need a great roll to stay in the game. That's not it. So this is simply double pass. Maybe it would have been a play on the other way. I don't know. So I better make it a pass. Again, I'm trailing. Standard so far, everything. Certainly want to make my bar point. I have to leave a shot. I can hit on the ace, but that seems wrong. Much more structure like this. Of course, don't like getting hit. I think that's the only decent four that I have. Of course, it's dangerous. Maybe I could have played 6-2. Or at least I should have considered it. But anyway, I've got only 3 minutes. Just made the natural move. So now I got a hit. I think. He'll make his 5 points. So I need something good now. 5-3. Guess I have to continue just hitting. I just have to keep him on the bar. Don't see anything else, so let's just do it. Really dangerous here, but what can you do? He's contemplating a cube. If he cubes me from the roof, I think I have to take. Not sure, but I have a 3-point board. No, but so if I uses an ace hit, if he doesn't hit, still in trouble. However, he's on the bar against the 3-point board. I'm far ahead in the race. I have strong 4 cubes, so I will just take this. He can dance. Just doesn't feel like. I mean, he has all the positional advantages. But he's on the roof and I'm ahead in the race. Now it looks really terrible. Guess just get one checker to safety. But still, he doesn't have too much ammunition to carry out a blitz. So now still don't think it's a cube here. I mean, I need only 60%. I mean, he needs 40% to take. But still, I think he's a favorite to win this. I think much better cube if he dances here or something. Yeah, he's a clear favorite still. It's an awful long way home. Like this maybe, but I really would hate to get hit. Just like this. Okay, just like this. I mean, my plan clearly is to raise this home somehow. Don't want to have a third checker back. For one, it's not getting better really. 1-4 probably. Yeah, go for it. Don't want to kill more checkers. Double threes is great for him. 2 at least. Yeah, 1 double sixes away from a win. Double fours, that's not it. Okay. Another chance to roll double sixes. So I can step out now. Or I can make a 5-point board. And this, maybe that's the play actually. Because I'm totally stripped after this. If I make the ace, I'm totally stripped. It's only threes. If I get returns, I think I have to try something now. I mean, he can attack me, but then I think it's my best chance. If I just make the ace point, then next time I will have to run. Well, keep some spares. And if he doesn't hit me, I can roll a 6. Which would give myself reasonable chances. If he hits me, I can hit back. Yeah, tough decision for him. Okay, hits me, so gives me some chances. Fortunately, I don't take them. Okay, this is 3s and 4s. So I'll at least duplicate the 3s. I mean, entering on the ace doesn't help me at all. Well, still chances. Of course, I should always consider a recube here. So maybe I can just ship it if he hits me. But I feel I'm still like a big underdog and do not have enough market losers. If he hits me, then I would feel compelled to cube, but here Okay. 6 out is clear. 4. That should be best 2. Okay, so now I will cube for sure. Because now I can easily lose my market. So no matter what he does, this is going to be a cube. He needs 40% winning chances to take it. I mean, so many numbers that leave shots. But that's his problem. I'm glad that I'm not in his shoes. Okay. Funny thing is, the longer he thinks, the more he should be inclined to take, because the less time he will have for the rest of the match. So I think with every second that passes by, the chance of a take rise. But yeah, he dropped, so I lost my market. But yeah, it looked weird to cube this before, but maybe I missed some cubes here. But good for spectators. Still some more games to play. For one is really bad. Guess I just have to play like this. You could have considered queuing at the score. This doesn't look too strong the way you played it. Maybe just make the 5 point. Okay, I can hit here, I can hit here. Oh, this is difficult. 2s and 4s. This looks more natural, fewer returns and an inside point. For one. Can I play it safe? No. So this, is it this? I don't know. Double 5. Fortunately, I've got the 3 point already. So this is not too nice. I think he should have cubed here. Things are not getting better. Again, I think he should have cubed. And now I'm in reasonably good shape. Race is even. But I really think, again, he missed some opportunities to cube me. Yeah, 5-4 is, of course, really bad for him. Should I cube here? Really strong position. Race is about even, however, I mean, he can roll something like 5-2 and I lose my market by a lot. But if he rolls a 6, I mean, I'm still down in the race. Maybe I should have cubed. Okay, but now his take point is 25%. I think he easily has that. However, he has some wastage. Maybe now I'm a little bit too conservative here. I still think. Okay, now I lose my market, so maybe these were all big cubes. Maybe I don't lose my market. We'll find out right now. Yeah, I think now, yeah, he's almost forced to take it with only 16 seconds. And that's gonna be it. Yeah, just rolling. Now it looks good for him, I guess. Oh, it looks very good for him. Can you do? 1, 2, 3, and double fourth is good for me. And that's not it. Okay, let's say thank you. Good match. So, not a great match, not a terrible one either. Let me just check. I think I have my settings wrong. Let's look at all the mistakes over 40. Yeah. So not really many, but blunders, but the ones that I made were really big. So maybe there were some oversights and stuff, but before we speculate, just better simply have a look. So first cube action, I mentioned this a bit too early, only 5 pips. Okay, and as I expected, my recube was still a take, simply because the gap on the 5 is really hurting me. I will check what the race formula say, whether any race formula actually gets this. So Thorpe says take, Keith says pass. So whatever, just to show you that the race formulas don't get this position very well. Next game, this was just on the cusp, marginal, had a bad feeling afterwards, but yeah, this is whatever. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, this position, I really underestimated this position. So that was where the big mistakes came. It looked so strong, his 4 prime, my checker behind it, but yeah, I win tons of gammons. So this is just at the take pass borderline, which makes it such a terrible mistake to cube this, not to cube this. And then, of course, the follow-up thing, then it's too good. So basically, I totally overestimated my difficulties to get that checker home. Yeah, so what can I say? Be more aggressive when in doubt, cube. Yeah, this looked like so much work. But it's two checkers on the roof against the 3.5 point board. So when it works, it's going to be a gammon. You can see my winning percentage is not great. But yeah, what can you do? So basically, so this was like 350. So that was where my cube blunders came from. So, okay, good to know. Let's move on. Really bad. Yeah, this one was, in hindsight, I was talking and I wasn't analyzing it deeply enough. Here the plan is white dances, and then maybe I roll a big number combined with a small number. So when I hit here, and then I can get one checker out and can get one checker to safety. And it's just an illusion that this loses so many more gammons, because here what can happen is that I have to run out and lose a gammon. So this is not a gammon saving play. So this, I think, thinking it through without basically talking and not 100% focusing, I think I can play correctly, but yeah, so be it, whatever. But this is one of the reasons why I don't commentate the matches for the team when it still really counts and when it's important, because then I would be really embarrassed to say, hey guys, I lost it, I made a stupid mistake because I was talking. Maybe. So then that would be just too bad for the team. When I play for myself, I don't care that much. It's only my responsibility. But I think that mistake was completely avoidable when you think it through. Okay, that said, let's go to the next. Okay, here I should have made the 9 point. This is interesting. I thought the 9 point leads. Okay, let's look at the 9 point final position. Leads to a little bit of an inflexible position. I failed to unstack the 6. So I'm not still. Obviously, it's correct, and very often it's correct to make the 9 point instead of the 4 when the opponent has a checker on the 3, especially when the opponent is anchored on the 3. Then you basically always make the 9 instead of the 4. But here it feels a bit counterintuitive to me, because with the stack on the 6, if white closes the 5 point, this looks a bit inflexible, but maybe it's not. But I really would have to do some deeper analysis. This looked perfectly fine. It's only 6-4, 4-4, 6-2, and those ones are in big part duplicated. But here maybe I start to see the structural problem. The 10 point and the 4 point don't belong to each other because they're too far apart, like the ace point and the deuce point. So now I'm already seeing it. So the mate 10 point is probably part of the reason why making the 4 point is not very strong here, because 4 point and 10 point, unfortunately, cannot belong to the same prime. Okay, then the cube, perfectly fine, and close take. That was all correct. So let's go to game 9. Is there something? One cube. Yeah, a bit too early. At other scores, that's an easy cube, but 6 away is not quite there. For example, at 4 away, this is a cube for sure, because then the gammon value is very high on the 2 cube, and I win like 24% gammons, but a bit too early. No big deal, and got punished. This was just too bad. To be continued, of course. Okay, that was game 9. Okay, that was, okay, what made me cube here was his misplay of the 5-4. So he should have made the 3-point, and I wouldn't even consider the cube because that's the prime in the making. But these points, again, 8 and deuce don't work together, and the dilly on the deuce looked just so horrible that it incentivized me to give him wrong cube. Not a super big mistake, but yeah, probably not volatile enough. And that is, pattern recognition. I realized how ugly it is, or 3 on the deuce really looks ugly, and I thought probably just visualizing it, I thought his position to be worse than it actually is. So the rest was, I think there were no more blunders. Oh yes, there were. I overlooked one. So in the end, I should have switched. Yeah, these ones are really difficult for me. I thought the protection of the 5 prime is important when you still have 4 checkers behind. So at DMP, it doesn't matter much what you do. I mean, I should have just switched. However, of course, when you don't let him anchor and it works, then you win more gammons. So too bad. But this is I never know when it's, or most of the time it's correct to switch, but at some point when you have too many checkers back and not enough material, then you don't. And I thought that point was reached here, so don't fault myself too much, even though it's a blunder, difficult to assess when it's actually, what's the tipping point here? I just played in a way that I could pass the cube, 4-way, and then I misplayed my double sixes. Okay. I mean, this looked really awkward, still leaves shots. I mean, fewer numbers, and here it's also not like it's very nice, and now white has the entire roll to build something, to hit me also, what I overlooked. Now 9s also hit, so this is just fewer numbers, and my game plan is not priming anyway, because he's got the 5 points, so and this is also not a nice priming structure, so I should have just played for minimizing shots. Okay, understood. The cube, yeah, that was the cube where I hesitated, but then with all these checkers on the bar, yeah, I just couldn't bring myself to passing, which is clearly correct with his checker on the bar and my recube power. So here, 17-16. Okay, I shouldn't have weakened my board. I was in duplication mode, I think. Here 5s and deuces hits, 3s hit, 4s cover. Okay, but more important, it is not to leave a blot in your home board, it seems, and get closer to home. And actually, I was really happy. He should have hit me then. And this gives me much better winning chances. So, I mean, he has got the prime. I've only got a 5-point board. He's got the anchor. So I was fortunate that he didn't hit me. And here you can see clear pass after I escaped. He needs 40% winning chances, and they're just not there. However, before, you can see I still was the underdog. It was close to a redouble because I lose my market so much in case I escape successfully. So it was very close to a recube already, but not quite. Yeah, and then maybe I can show you all the missed cubes. Yeah, here I was fully prepared to drop this. It's so ugly, the shots here, again, I was probably dropping this cube. And then I missed the cube myself. Yeah. Yeah, the race is even. And I really thought, I mean, if I knew that he only had 25% winning chances, of course, that's a cube right at the take pass borderline because he needs 25. But yeah, I thought he had probably closer to 30, and then I didn't see too many market losers, so that was pretty bad not to cube this. So I underestimated all the wastage and the weakness of his board and the difficulties to get his last checker or his back checker out. So I underestimated my winning chances. So when I finally cubed, he made a mistake, which was totally understandable because he only had 16 seconds on the clock. As I mentioned, with each second that ticks down, he's more incentivized to take quite a big mistake, mainly because of the lack. I mean, he needs many more crossovers. I'm already ahead. He is wastage on the ace point. So the race itself is fine. However, all these factors point to a pass, or at least to a position below 25% winning chances. So at the score, a pass. However, even for money, this would have been a pass. So yeah, I managed to get myself in a good spot. However, wasn't able to bring it home. So good for him. Nice match. What can I say? So enough for the analysis. We already passed the 1.5 hours mark. So I guess what's left is to say bye-bye. And whenever I have another match that's not important in this event, I will use it for live commentary. So let's see how that continues. I certainly will continue with my practice series on Galaxy, and yeah, maybe I'll come up with other formats, but not really sure what else I should do. I mean, this commentating while playing doesn't cost me much extra time, so it's easy to be done. And so far from the feedback I heard, it's helpful. So probably an efficient way to present content. But yeah, so then until next time, bye bye.